intro, and what an amazing turnout. I'm so impressed, I have to say. And I was so happy when the folks at Girls Right Now asked me to speak here today, because I really can't think of an organization that I'd rather lend my time to and talk about. You guys are amazing. But before I go into Girls Right Now and how kick-ass they are, I thought I would talk a little bit about my own writing history and kind of how I got to that point. I feel kind of weird being flanked by my books, but as Maya said, I started a blog called feministing.com about 3 years ago. At the time, I was working for a national women's organization that I won't name, but I kind of got the feeling they were giving a lot of lip service to young women and how important younger women's issues were, but at the end of the day, they didn't really seem like they wanted to hear our voices, and they weren't putting us in decision-making positions. So it was getting kind of irritating. Also, around the same time, I was noticing in the media, whenever there was an article about young women's issues, there would be pretty much no young women quoted. So there was a lot of talking on behalf of young women, but no young women talking for themselves. My boss at the time had a blog. I had no idea what a blog was. I didn't really spend that much time on the internet, to be honest. And he convinced me just to start up a feminist blog. I think, actually, that he may have just been tired of hearing me bitch, but that's just my opinion. So we started up feministing.com with me and my sister and a couple of other coworkers. And at the time, if you did like a Google search for young feminism or young feminist, this was 3 years ago, the only thing that would come up was like a Now page from 1996. There was literally nothing out there. Thankfully that's changed, but at the time we were really kind of filling a gap. So our readership was amazing, almost right from the beginning, which was awesome. But what ended up happening, does anyone go to feministing.com or know it at all? Some, okay. So we're kind of a little potty-mouthed, like we say what we want to say, we're like very in your face. So we started getting a lot of emails from older women, from other feminists, really negative emails, being like, you curse too much, you're too in your face, you're talking too informally, you're not academic enough, this is not what feminism is about. And it was horrible, and it was really, really upsetting, especially hearing it from people who are supposed to be doing the same work you are. But for every email that we got that was negative, we would get 5 emails from younger women, girls as young as 13, saying, I had no idea that this is what feminism is about. I didn't know that, I mean, literally, some of the stereotypes that are still out there, like the bra burning and the man-hating and all of this, they're really prevalent. So it was amazing to us that young women could come to the site and see what feminism was about and really kind of take it in as their own. We actually had one girl, I love this story so much, who found feministing because she did a Google search on Jessica Simpson, and we had written about her creepy dad and how he made her take like a virginity pledge to him. So yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. But she ended up coming to the site because she was looking for Jessica Simpson, and she's like, oh wow, this is actually kind of cool. And she stayed, and she's one of our regular commenters now. So I just wanted to bring that up kind of as an example of how valuable it is to put your voice out there. Even when it's difficult, even when people are telling you that your writing sucks or that you're not doing, a good job. It's the most important time to put your voice out there is when it's difficult. And to write what you love and do what you love. And I think that's why I find Girls Right Now so incredible. In a world that so often tries to silence girls, tell us to be quiet, tell us to be ladies, which generally is code for shut your mouth and, don't talk too much, to not be opinionated. Girls Right Now really is providing a space and an opportunity for girls not only to make their voices heard, but to connect with other women, other writers, and to be part of a community that has the potential to affect the rest of their lives. I started writing when I was in high school, and that was pretty much it for me. I knew I was going to be a writer. And I know that the mentors I had then, and even the mentors that I have now, really made all the difference for me and made the difference in my writing. But I think most importantly, it made the difference in my ability to feel secure enough to let other people read my writing, even when I thought it was complete shit. And I think it's hard, and it's a brave thing that you guys are doing to like be up here and get in front of a podium and read your work. It's difficult stuff. But what I really, really love about the work that Girls Right Now is doing, and about writing in general, is that it's encouraging girls to take up space. I think that when young women are growing up, we're expected to be quiet, we're expected to be seen and not heard, and really not to value our voices and our ability to be present. And what's amazing about writing is that it's not just that we're putting our voices out there and we're putting our experiences out there, we're taking up space, whether it's on, the page or it's out in the world. And and we're putting our voices out there and we're taking up space, even if our presence isn't necessarily wanted. So I kind of think of writing as like a little FU to the people who would want to silence us. Well, I didn't want to say the actual F. I could have. So really, I wanted to say kudos to all of the amazing girls here and give you guys a round of applause to be brave enough to take up space here today. What I really find impressive, it's not just the mission of Girls Right Now that's so incredible, but the fact that they provide their programming free of charge, that they're an all-volunteer endeavor. It really goes to show the kind of passion and commitment that the organization has and that all the people involved have. And I think it's a really kind of rare and amazing thing. And unfortunately, an organization can't run on passion alone. I know this from experience from doing feministing free of charge for 3 years. It's not easy stuff. And as someone who knows how difficult it is to work on your labor of love with no funding, I really want to encourage folks to support Girls Right Now today. You're not just, by doing all these things, and I'll tell you different ways you guys can support the organization, you're not just investing in the girls who are here today, you're investing in future writers, you're investing in future mentors. So I really can't stress how important it is that you show your support here today and hopefully in the future as well. So just a couple of things you can do. You can shop here at Barnes & Noble. I think we talked about the vouchers before, they're up there. You can present a voucher to the cashier, and Barnes & Noble will donate up to 25% to Girls Right Now. Last year, the organization got $3,500 this way, so let's try to beat that number this year. You can shop with Girls Right Now, and with the proceeds go directly to the organization. You can buy a lovely t-shirt that I am wearing, and a whole bunch of other people are wearing. You can buy an anthology of original writing from the Girls Right Now class of 2007 called This Girl Here, which is up there, and I just took a look, and they look amazing. And you can buy both for $30 and get entered in the raffle for Orchestra Row seats to Legally Blonde on Broadway. And the tickets, wow, each pair is worth over $450, so that's no joke. And the tickets are for either June 13th or June 17th. And of course, donations, just hard stone cash, are happily accepted also using the postcard that is in your program, and you can bring your donation to the t-shirt sales table. So all of that said, and I want to thank everyone again for having me come here, this is great. I'm super thrilled to be able to hand over the podium to the girls, which is what this day is truly about. And we are going to start with Sarah Jing, who is reading Rose's Thrin. Is that right? Rose's Thrin, pronounce it good? Thanks.